Ladies and gentlemen, Herschel Walker is on his way to winning if a couple of things take place, and I think he has an excellent chance, a lot better of a chance than most people predict. I'm predicting it's going to be very close. I think Herschel Walker will win, but obviously he's going up against an absolute apoplectic media machine. We'll get to that in a second, but if you look, he's going to get libertarians. Hit subscribe to this channel, ladies and gentlemen. Subscribe to H.A. Goodman's other channel, the Stock Market Crash channel. I'll have segments on those channels also tomorrow. I'll have 2 live streams tomorrow as well. Be here on this channel at around 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. Pacific. On Tuesday, we're going to talk about the runoff. And I will have live streams later in the day, definitely in the evening, to discuss the outcome, the results. Become a Patreon, ladies and gentlemen, and a member of this channel. Hit subscribe. We're right about to reach 201,000 subs. People are not looking at the libertarian vote. 81,000 people. Without the Libertarian Party, Herschel Walker runs away with it. Okay? So that's a 40,000 vote difference if you look. 40,000, he would have dominated Warnock by 40,000 votes. Okay? So you can look, the Libertarian Party is not about printing money, which is what Warnock would love to do, along with Democrats, shut down states, print money, and pretend that they're doing, the most logical and rational thing, when in reality they're causing inflation. I thought libertarians were about free markets. Well, if they are, and if I have a libertarian foreign policy, or I appreciate and respect the libertarian foreign policy. Endless wars, that's the Lincoln Project. That's the Lincoln Project type of thing. That's the Lincoln Project, Bush, Cheney, Rumsfeld, Liz Cheney, Adam Kinzinger, and Raphael Warnock. Foreign policy. He will vote virtually 100% of the time with Biden. The Lincoln Project people are embedded within the Democratic Party. In terms of the economy, we have inflation at 8 to 9%. They say, 7.7 or it's below 8. That's nonsense. First of all, even if it's true, you shouldn't jump for joy. 7, 8, 9% inflation is that was unheard of. In 2019, we had record low poverty and record highs in household median income. And Trump, although you might not like the things he tweets or says on Truth Social, I don't even understand the latest, what he stated the other day. I don't understand that. Trump did a great job as president in terms of the economy and foreign policy. That's how you judge a president. But libertarians will decide this. I mean, it's not difficult. Also, if you're over 40, you will decide the election. People over 40 vote Herschel Walker. So older people in Georgia, or I should say middle-aged, or 40 is young, but people above 40, libertarians will, I believe, give this to Herschel Walker. We'll see. I mean, Walker was dominating every poll up until the November, up until last month. Okay, so what took place is the Libertarian Party completely upended Georgia. They completely upended Georgia. And if you have a Democrat in the Senate, that'll be because of the Libertarian Party in Georgia. Literally tanking Herschel Walker's victory to get a Democrat who is the antithesis of libertarian foreign policy. Go to any libertarian economic policy. Go to any liberal democratic pundit on YouTube. All they do is mock and denigrate and disparage and demean libertarians. I respect I love Rand Paul. And I think that there's a lot, like, in terms of foreign policy, I am against never-ending counterinsurgency conflicts. I'm against quagmires. That's why I voted Trump, and that's why Trump is a moral imperative in 24. But that's why I think it's a moral imperative that people vote Herschel Walker in Georgia. I don't get how a red state, if you're a Georgia Bulldog, you're on your way to the national championship, and you don't vote for Herschel Walker. I'm even talking about Democrats who are like more conservative. You vote Warnock simply because he's a Democrat? And it's like, you already have Kemp as governor. Okay, so you're going to have a more conservative laws statewide because, it's a red state. It's a conservative state generally. Okay. What happened 2 years ago was that you had Perdue and Loeffler, one of which was mired in a insider trading scandal. Both of the candidates were somewhat lackluster in terms of generating support, and then you had you had a Republican Party that investigated a Republican president for 4 years, stating that another country wanted Trump. Okay, so the Republicans, they were openly hostile. Jeff Flake and McCain were openly hostile to Trump in Arizona. Georgia Republicans didn't really, they were a little less hostile, but they weren't really embracing Trump. And you might not like the things he says, but it's not like Biden is the nicest person and the most wonderful, like warm, when he's not like, when you can kind of decipher what he says, it's not always wonderful. Granted, Trump does like to push the envelope in terms of rhetoric, but in terms of policies, Trump was a much more libertarian president than any president we've had in a long time. Okay, Republicans generally libertarians are far more likely to vote Republican than they are Democrat. Democrats are literally the antithesis of libertarian economic and foreign policy. So if you're a libertarian in Georgia and you don't vote Herschel Walker, you're literally voting for the antithesis, the exact opposite of what you claim to uphold. You want a free market. You want a foreign policy that doesn't send Americans everywhere on the planet. Well, then don't vote for Warnock. Vote for Herschel Walker. Okay, Trump Republicans are generally libertarian in terms of foreign policy. Okay, I remember I was reading an article in Rolling Stone interviewing Chase Oliver, and he said, well, apparently Mr. Oliver opposed George Bush and Bush, Cheney, and Rumsfeld's foreign policy. Well, then why help the Democrats who have Lincoln Project, like Liz Cheney? Think of this, ladies and gentlemen, my last plea to people in Georgia. And God bless you all, Democrat, Republican, just God bless you. But you have Liz Cheney voting Democrat. You have Lincoln Project, Bush, Cheney, and Rumsfeld people voting Democrat. And you have Bernie Sanders voting Democrat. Okay? So tell me where the libertarians benefit from voting Democrat. Okay? You literally have the Lincoln Project and if you want to talk about democratic socialists or whatever, you have the political party that wants to print money after forcing shutdowns because smart people told them to do so. So it makes absolutely no sense. And that's why I think libertarians will overwhelmingly push Herschel Walker over the goal line. I think that there's Georgia Bulldogs. I know that people say, what are you talking about? One's just a college. And I just think that with the national title, Herschel Walker, Georgia, and University of Georgia being very important in terms of politics. I think that Herschel Walker could pull this off. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now. Be here tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Be here Tuesday all day on this channel, H.A. Goodman's other channel, the Stock Market Crash channel. It's going to be very important. Give me your thoughts. Thank you.